Okay, now streaming has started. Let's see. So I was going through this lecture 12, everything about the Git from scratch part 2. Trainer is Bhupinder Rajput. Thank you, sir, for training us. So here he is discussing about the various stages of the Git. Git is basically a software and GitHub is a service. So there in the beginning of the days, there used to be a local version control system. Now there is a central version control system is there, and we also have the distributed version control systems. Obviously they have their own disadvantages, because of which we had to invent the distributed version control system. So distributed version control system is used by the Git and also Mercurial, but Mercurial nobody uses now, so that's why we are using Git. Earlier it was Bitkeeper, but they started charging, that's why they stopped using Bitkeeper. So Linus decided to create his own software where we can store the data. So GitHub is a service, as we can see over here. Git is a software, GitHub is a service. Okay, GitLab is also a service, and he's explaining everything about that. And now let's talk about the stages of Git. So the best part about having Git is it's a free software. Anybody can use this, and it's an open source software. So once this is the EC2 Linux machine in which it is creating, as soon as you install Git, the local repository gets created. Means, like, when you install a software, it is a software obviously, and when you install any software in a Linux machine, the Git creates a local repository. Let's say this inner square is a local repository, as you'll see in the upcoming image. It will be stored in the name of Mumbai Git. Okay, and after pressing the command git init, there will be this 3 compartments will be created. First one is workspace, which is also called as working directory. Second is staging area. Third is local repository. As you can see, this entire thing, this is not this square bracket, is not the local. This entire inner bracket, inner square is the called as local repository, and this particular section is called as the workspace and also called as working directory, and this one is called as the staging area, and this one is called as a local repository. As you can see, EC2 instance means nothing but a server. And here is saying that, where you create a code, like working directory is like your rough sheet in which you write your code. Okay, and then you add it to the local staging area, and from staging area, if you commit it, then you go to the local repository. As you can see, you have to add, then you have to commit means nothing but save, and as soon as you commits ID is created. It is also called a snapshot. So commit ID is 40 alphanumeric numbers, and tag is for identifying which code is for what purpose. Same way is like that. See, here you can see everything. Working directory added, staging area, local repository commit, staging area commit, local repository git install. Okay, everything is done. So then you'll push the whatever code that you create, that will push to the GitHub. GitHub is a central repository storage, and then there'll be another team. Let's say this is a Singapore team who wants to access the code which has been created by the Mumbai team. So it will pull that code from the GitHub, which is the central repository. So by pulling is nothing but it means that it is just copying the data from GitHub. It is not moving the data from here. So this will always be there. It will just copy this data and it will take it that into its working space. Okay, then staging area, it will transfer that. It will also do the same thing what here the Mumbai team was doing. It will start working on the working space, which is also called as working directory. Then it will add it to the staging area, and from staging area it will move to the local repair by committing it. Okay, then it will again push the data to the it will push back the data to the GitHub for Mumbai team to review it, or anyone who is there who can access this central repository. And then yes, likewise, this will happen, keep happening like that. Everyone will add it's the blue line represents this additional. It is like appending the data uh, that you have added the code. As you can see, this is the file that we have created. This is of 2 GB. You don't have to save the entire thing again and again. Okay, so you just have to, whatever the additional data is there, you just have to store that 1 GB data. Okay, so you don't have to create the another copy of that particular same file. Okay, now a few definitions. Repository is a place where you save all the data on the local server. It's a kind of a local stores the metadata, which is also important. And working data is where you see physically and modification at one time. You can do a particular branch only. So this is add commit local repository. Okay, okay. We'll push to the data. Okay, commit ID tag snapshot as we discussed. Everything has its own purpose. Store is commit IDs. Encrypted is there. It actually helps to track the changes. It also maintains the integrity. And then push is pull is there, and also the branch. The keyword over here is the copy. It is not moving, just creating a copy. And this is the concept of branch. In case you don't want to interrupt the workflow, you can create a new branch where other person can work on it, and simultaneously you can assign 4 or 5 people to work on the same code, and they'll be working in this same code, and which at the end of the day, where whoever has the best code will choose from that. Advantages: the free and open source. Yes, yes, yes. Advantages and types of repository, bare repository, and that's it. We are done. Thank you.